Aussie internet, am I right? Aussie internet. I will repeat myself as many times as necessary in order to clarify that that is why we were separated. Ah! We're back! Yes, we're back. We're so back. Okay. Whenever if I suddenly go offline, you can safely assume that that's the fucking reason. Yeah. I think streaming with the hotspot would be
From you, Quinn. Stand down.
Let me show you how things work around here now, Batsy. This is Agent Quinn. Suppressing
yes,
fire.
Indeed. Anyone watching the VOD, we got secret information on Discord that Harley was the one to kill it. Because Harley showing up broke stream. And in order to test it is the internet connection. I just have to like test it again, and then it connects again. I basically just have to like refresh it in the console. Oh no, it didn't happen again. It just.
From Big Bad Joker. They'll do anything for me. So all you gotta do
okay. So that was on your end then.
So I can get back to my job. After all, Johnny Boy and I are due for a nice long talk.
You don't have a hold over it anymore, Harley. He's over you.
He's over me? Oh, please.
I like that little scrunchy face.
Diplomatic would work with you people. Oh well, I'll try something you can understand. I mean, you can't just shoot people like that.
That's what they do.
What's a girl gotta do to get some? The hell?
It's just a really fucking funny line. I mean, she's right. Just only in theory.
I could hack those collars in my sleep.
Oh. The game's very forgiving in the sense that if you hit the wrong button prompt at first, you can still just go and quickly hit the right one. They don't punish you for hitting the wrong one. I just made that mistake and I lived.
You son of a...
Latoya!
Got it, sir.
It's a teeny tiny gun.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
And go figure.
You off to Blackgate, where you belong.
Oh, please! The agency isn't gonna let me sit in a cell. I'm an asset. I'm gonna get what I want, and there's not a damn thing you can do
Exactly.
about it. You can't touch me, Bats. I'm the one in control here.
Oh, I wasn't looking at the fucking dialogue options.
Not you, not the GCPD.
You think you're in control? You'll live the rest of your life under the agency's thumb.
No one can save you from me is a crazy hard line, though.
On my terms, no one else's.
I'll tell that to Waller when she gets back in the office.
You're...
Go find Joker before
Oh,
he
she looked
starts up Waller.
genuinely really crestfallen there.
Have your people hold back until I call them.
I have a sneaking suspicion that she's just telling herself she's in control to feel that way, to maintain some kind of sense of control in her current situation. Poor girl. It really felt like that expression too. That didn't feel like a it's sort of like that was like a genuine. It's extremely horrifying. And as badass as the "no one's gonna save you from me" line is, like, look, people don't deserve to be fucking practically enslaved, fucking kept on a shock collar, used as a living weapon. Fucking disgusting. Oh, please. And he is funny. Be fucking nice. I like the way the camera is being here. Like the way it's sort of like he steps further and further away from us. He's... Exactly. Like the sense of like the character going where you can't follow. This is a very personal and isolating moment for him, realizing the extent and the consequences of what he's done and feeling so trapped and alone in it.
Batman.
Oh, so good. Chef's kiss.
Doesn't look like he's hurt her.
Not yet.
I'm in the rafters, out of sight. Say the word.
She's in the goddamn walls!
I know you and Waller have your differences, but she doesn't deserve this.
Yeah. I did just say all that shit about people don't deserve that stuff. Yes. Oh, it's so good!
I take complete responsibility.
So the camera can pick it up.
Games truly can do...
Long enough.
I'm pausing during the important moment so that I can say it's an overlooked part of games, what they can do with the camera angles and how it can influence how you feel. The connection between the player and the player character is so good. It's so clever. To reinforce or to weaken the sense of connection, or to hide something from you, to like in the same way that movies can do all those tricks, but it has a whole new layer added to it by the interactivity and the fact that it's not always that, because the thing of a player character is sometimes they're self-insert, but they still are within the world of the story. Even if they were a total blank slate, they still exist within a world and a story that you don't actually exist within. They are your vehicle, and to distance you from that is a very deliberate and very interesting choice. Or to put you in that is a very deliberate and interesting choice. It's very like for you to, I mean, that's not exclusive to games necessarily, but for them to be your eyes essentially, and for you to have that taken away from you because this is their moment, not yours, is a thing that I enjoy when that's done. When something is hidden from you to enforce that this is distinctly part of their arc. Yeah. It's one of my... I don't know if I'll ever stream Evil Within, but I'll certainly glaze the hell out of it every chance I get, which I do all the damn time. It's a really, really great series of essays on it. It talks about one of the scenes in the second game where a particular, big, empowering, dramatic moment is just a QTE button press, which would seem like, oh, well, why don't we as the player get to do it? It's because it's a moment for the character and for his emotional journey, and it's about him overcoming something, not you, the player. You, the player, didn't go through all the emotional bullshit that he has in the game. You might have struggled gameplay-wise with the thing that, because it's a traumatic flashback to the events of the first game. You might have struggled gameplay-wise, but you didn't struggle like he did literally experiencing it, so it's his moment to empower himself, which is really cool and interesting. And then in another sense, the fact that it's just a button press for you, that it's so easy, whereas you would have struggled before, is another layer for the player. It's such a cool thing that games can do. And as much as I miss the era of like fixed camera angles in games, not all games back in ye old day quote unquote, had fixed camera angles. Games that had fixed camera angles, that when they get remade, will often lose them. And it makes me sad, because they can do such powerful things with that. And the friction that is caused from the disorientation of the camera being at an angle and trying to move as the camera changes is really good. It's intentional. It's supposed to feel a little tense and strange. You're finding your footing in this other world and in this other perspective. It's I think about these things like with the protagonist, like you are not necessarily when they are their own character, you don't become them all the time, but you are side by side with them, and there are moments where you and the protagonist are sort of acting as one and working in tandem, and there are moments where you are limited by one another's intentions or desires or physical, mechanical capacity to do certain things, and those limitations can be just as powerful and interesting as the moments where you're perfectly synced up. And that's a power that games have that is so cool and interesting. Exactly! Yeah, it's like, so even in games where you like, of course there are games that break the fourth wall and are directly, intentionally commenting on that sort of thing, say Undertale, Deltarune, but even games that aren't setting out to do that, just by nature of being a game and designing a character for you to play as, have something to say about that. Like, I'm thinking of things off the top of my head that might be particularly interesting. I mean, Legend of Zelda always was meant to be like, oh, this is a character you can step into to experience childhood whimsy and adventure and exploring, like it was meant to capture the feeling that the creator had of exploring the forest as a child and imagining this grand adventure that he could go on there. And so Link, young and like still coming into his own, is a vehicle for the player, presumably a young person still perhaps struggling with the harder parts of the game, trying to find their way through it. Even though Legend of Zelda is not directly commenting on the relation between player character and player, through just the nature of Link as a vehicle for the player, a commentary is kind of being made. Which, I was watching a friend play Wind Waker for the first time, and it made me think about the relationship between Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, and how they go hand in hand as opposites, but that are meant to complement each other and are meant to be alternatives to one another. How one is very like, they're different approaches to a coming of age story, tonally. I want to write like some essay on both of them comparatively together, etc. and get my thoughts together on that, because it's just so cool. Yeah, it's a bit, not sure if I explained it super well, but yeah, because Wind Waker has this very whimsical, cartoony, colourful approach, and like, you know, you're a very young Link embarking on a journey while he's still worried about things like being homesick and packing his lunch with him and all that. Meanwhile, Twilight Princess, you're older Link. The younger Link's coming of age in the sense that he's like entering his teens. Meanwhile, the Twilight Princess Link is coming of age in entering adulthood. And so he's starting to grapple with some very different things, like the kind of person that he wants to be, and societal expectations, and his connection with his family and friends as he grows into his own person, independent of them. Which Wind Waker Link is also going through, but in a different way. Like, he is finding himself independent of his little town and his small family, but it's more in a, oh, I'm becoming a big boy and I'm gonna explore, and wow, this is, I'm being so brave, and, exploring himself. Meanwhile, Twilight Princess has that more of a, like, not so... It kind of feels like it grapples with the reality of, what if it's not going to be okay? Rather than Wind Waker's, it's gonna be scary, but let's go and we'll find a way. Which is intentional. Yes, I'm glad you'd be interested, because I am interested in writing it. So, yeah, I played both of those games growing up, and I feel very, very strongly about them. They're so very, very good. Oh, they're amazing. I don't know how I could stream them, but it would be nice if I could.
Thank God! I mean, I assumed you'd be okay. You're Batman, for Pete's sake. But still, are you okay, buddy? I was really worried about you.
I'm fine.
Of course you are. No way would a couple pesky bombs take you out. Things got crazy on that roof, huh? I had to do something.
A little bit.
Waller was about to walk away. But get this. I'm this close to getting Waller to admit to every terrible thing she's ever done. When that's over, I'll deliver her punishment. It'll, of course, have to reflect the enormity of her crime.
Here's the thing.
I'm seeing is your jail.
I don't want to say any of these things because they suck.
I don't like you.
I love that line.
Stop glaring.
Yeah, the Cell one is the best. You're right, and like I do think she should, like, death is too kind a fate for her. She should suffer. But also, like, oh, let's rely on the justice system. It's great. Love, love, peace, love. I fucking love John's like the, God, I really don't like it. That's so good. That's so cute. Oh. Sorry, hang on. I went to look at a form that I submitted and it just said, form submission not found, or you didn't have permission to view it. What's up with that? Pardon me, I'll be right back. The form has betrayed us. Exactly. It was a booking request for something. I'm like, worst fear. They're going to take me out back and put me down because my request form was like bad or something. I don't fucking know. It's a mild break for... I was just reminded the discussion of Zelda to check the tattoo booking form. I don't know how those work, but I sent one. I'm great at overthinking these kinds of things. I suppose it's just normal amount of thinking for something like this, though. Now I'm looking at another form I fucking submitted. I'm so genius. forms are everywhere. Oh, channel points. I forgot about that. I saw in my email that thing about that, and I was like, oh, that's what we were talking about earlier. I remember now. I'll be back in 1 second, trust. Thank you. It's all my journey. I will defeat the evil forms. I just don't know when, like, I'm supposed to hear back, or, like, what the normal amount is, and what? That, and I was thinking, like, oh, I want a Wind Waker tattoo, and I want a Twilight Princess one, and it's like, oh, which one do I get first, and do I get both at once? I'm gonna live forever. That's the solution. It's not a glitchy gut stream unless this is replacing the download time, quiet time. This is our dedicated let's be awkwardly silent on the pause menu. I find something that yes. That's true. That's actually a great point. Yeah, no, sometimes I do that as well, where I'm like, I'm just literally not going to think about this until... Or like, you know, sometimes it's like when something's out of your control, it's like, well, I can't, so... Yeah. I just actually need to change a particular setting. Boop. Okay. Well, before I unpause, I need to go to the bathroom, so... I'll be back. Wait, hang on, let me test something. Apparently, these headphones mute when you flip the mic up. So I'm gonna find a way to test, even with the delay, that is the case. Okay, now I am speaking, and I'm about to flip the mic up. La 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 la. So I just said la 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 a bunch of times. I flipped the mic up though. Was it audible? Or was it muted? No! Okay. Well, let me try it again. I'm gonna flip it down. Does that do anything? I can't believe Google lied to me. That's repulsive. How could this happen? How could this happen? Well, either way. Oh, wait, let me try, hang on. I think I have to flip them all the way up, so I'm gonna do the la 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 again. And I'm muting in 3, 2, 1. I just did it. What did we hear? Technology! It's beautiful! I'm so smart, okay. Okay, I'll be right back. And we're back. And I got myself snacks so that I can live. Hello.
No, why you're not more into this. Think of everything she's put you through. Everyone is disposable to her.
It's true, it's true.
Even her own agent.
I know I've
It's
made
true.
mistakes. You try to do the right thing, but there's always a cost. Just ask your pal Batman there. He'll say the same thing.
You're...
Do what I do for a reason. I'm not ashamed.
I've made tough calls
It's,
myself. I understand.
I cannot
yeah.
believe you'd buy any of her crap. Clearly, we need to keep moving along. We've heard your excuses. You didn't mean for people to get hurt. Collateral damage, yada yada yada.
Don't hold the knife like that, that's
One
dangerous.
crime
You're gonna
can't
injure
be
yourself,
excused.
bro.
You killed the Riddler, and then you tried to pin it on me.
Didn't kill him. Like I said.
It was you. You killed Riddler. Say it.
I will not.
If there's one thing I learned by watching you,
It's what?
violence solves a lot of problems.
I see. Tiffany.
Damn it, Batman! Stay out of my way! You need a distraction. While I get my confession.
Yeah.
The way Paul talked
We set a pretty bad example by,
be bigger.
yeah. Oh man. That's very green. Unrealistic standards of green for chemicals in fiction.
Trying really, really hard to do things your way.
Oh.
I want to just slice her throat right here, right now. But I'm getting proof of her guilt.
I get that you're trying.
I can see that you're trying, but this isn't the way.
Don't coddle me!
Oh.
Saying things, trying to trip me up.
Oh.
Like Waller. She justifies her crimes, says they're for the greater good. Just like you
Yeah, fair, honestly.
use that word, justice, as an excuse.
And just to say,
So you can do
the whole
whatever
game,
you
I
want.
love the animation in this. His expression there was so clearly one of like realization, like a light bulb moment. It's such the facial animation is so good. The animators for this game are insane. Like, give them a damn award.
We're two threads in the same stitch. But
What do we think? I feel like I don't deserve to say anything back to him here because he's right. I feel like I don't have an excuse, and I feel like Batman should feel at this point that, look, my Batman despises Waller quite strongly, and I feel like he should realize that the more he's being put in this position where he has to admit that he's like her, he can't really defend himself. He's very much a hypocrite. There's lots of cognitive dissonance he's doing here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, like, at least a flimsy justification conveys that he's getting through to us, and in that we are desperately trying to justify ourselves. What an interesting dance we are choreographing with language. Oh, wondrous.
not me. It's her.
I I'm nothing like Waller.
You're either lying or stupid, Pat.
I'll take
I
both.
don't know why I didn't see it sooner. Trying to do
Bless.
things your way was a mistake. Waller killed Riddler. And she deserved
Yeah, stupid. Very
It
stupid.
wasn't Waller.
Hello? Tiffany.
Tiffany?
I can't let someone else pay for my crimes.
Your
Waller didn't
crimes?
kill Riddler. I did. I know it was wrong. Now.
Oh, God, are you kidding me? These
Leave them out of this, Joker. This is about
Don't call her that.
A drone and these. There's your proof.
All I can do is make a croaking noise to verbally convey the look on my face of utter just, oh God, Jesus, fucking hell,
murder.
of just shock. Yeah, Krokov, you guys can't see that how much my jaw is on the floor,
They believe
so I
are no different.
will try to vocalize some opinion and completely fail because I'm in shock. Hello. Whee!
I got her.
Hee. You didn't have to hit him twice. You just, he can't, he's on the ground. You can see his hands, they're in front of him.
Through together. This is how it is.
Oh God. Oh.
I won't abandon you.
Oh.
To go back to the beginning.
Oh.
Arkham. It all
Oh. Oh.
far since then, Batman. Because of you.
Oh.
Believed in you, Batman.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh.
Anything. And it was all
Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. Jesus.
Sean.
Joker!
That rocked. That was cool. I think that was awesome, and I think it was just. Oh my God! Oh my God! Look how fucking sad he is. That was such pure hurt. Oh my God. Yeah. What if I? Oh my God. He looked like he was gonna cry. Jesus. Oh my God, Jesus fucking Christ.
That's enough.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think there is. From what I know, there isn't. Oh! The little wink! Oh! Oh, that was so... I just... I'm picking the more intimate options where possible. I want to remain human in all this.
Such an idiot.
Oh.
So busy
Yeah, and that's what's so heartbreaking. Earlier, I'm pausing before an absolute bomb gets dropped. Prepare yourself. Oh god. Earlier when you said they have avoided the inevitable, I was like, that's such a beautiful and hopeful thing to say. However, oh, doomed. Oh, but is it doomed? But no, there's still hope. But oh, God. And yet, they push back against it anyway. Oh my god. I'm gonna...
Not anymore.
I'm gonna eat the microphone. No, wait, I should have let him stab me. I'm gonna let it happen. Oh, no, he just dodged anyway. Okay, whatever. I am pressing buttons and moving the analog stick with the slow, sluggish pace of a broken individual. Oh, that music. Oh, fuck off. Oh, ouch. I mean, ouch to everything that— ow! But, like, ow. Yeah. Yeah. Ouch. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm gonna be sick.
I guess that's it. I really want to be a hero, you know?
Oh.
I just can't.
Oh.
I know you used me.
Oh, God.
I hate you for that.
Oh, God.
Because
Oh.
I had such a good time with
I was about to say, I'm not going to pause to talk about every single micro-expression, every single thing this is making me feel, because then we'd be here forever, and also I don't want to break the flow of the scene. But I need to pause so that I can fucking lose my shit. I'm gonna throw up. I need a minute. Oh my god. Sorry for breaking the flow of it, but oh my god. Oh, the fact that— did you see, like, how, like, why— like, first of all, like, it was, like, in this resignation, this moment of, like, oh god, like, so sadness when he ran his hand over his face, but then when John said, I know you used me, the way his eyes widened in, like, some kind of horror? Shame? Mortification? That is indeed the reality? No matter how much he did love him in the end, he still did use him. Like, the way he loved him was selfish and hurtful. And he thought just because, oh, it's the right way, this is the way it should be, and he didn't think about— and John just went along with it because, like he said, he wanted to be loved by him, but it was like, you know, square peg, round hole. Don't say anything about the choice of analogy, alright? That's not— this is not the time for— this is no laughing matter. Exactly, exactly. Exactly. Batman cared more about making Joker value what he values than actually understanding him, I think. He saw it as a, I'm trying to fix you, I'm trying to save you, rather than loving him as he is. And he thought he was loving him as he is, but he was so blinded just trying to see, oh, he kept thinking that, you know, the John that he was forcing John to be was, oh, this is truly him and I just have to coax it out of him. Oh. And even as much as it was hurting John and upsetting him this whole time, he just hid it because he loved Bruce so much that he did it anyway. And I mean, based on his relationship with Harley, based on other such things that we've seen, he doesn't know any other kind of love but where he's being, you know, mistreated horrendously, so, you know, we accept the love we think we deserve. Good lord. I've seen people say, like, oh, Bat Jokes generally is toxic, except Telltale Bat Jokes. I've seen people say that, and it was a while back, and it's the statement itself is so baloney to me that it's, I'm second guessing, did people say that, or am I making it up? Because to say that, you have to be blind in the same way that Batman has been about this whole thing. Whenever John did something Batman disapproved of, it always felt like Batman's first reaction was to think insane and evil. Exactly! Rather than your message cut off. I'm sorry, the messages get cut off on my TV where because like, that I don't have my phone open to read the full message. Oops. Well, I don't have Twitch open on my phone to read the full message, so. It cut off to rather than. Rather than actually trying to understand. Exactly. I was eager to see the full message because you're cooking, you're saying it very well. Again, it was always like, there's no possible way that this is a justified or interesting viewpoint that I can... He was never trying to engage with him like an equal. It was, you are on the wrong side, I'm bringing you over to the right. He never tried to, like, understand how that was a perspective he could have developed. It was just wrong and needed to be righted. And that's so, like, hurtful. It's so awful. Never even trying to understand or incorporate any of his worldview into his. There was no compromise. It was just, we don't do that. I don't do that, so you won't do that. That's not how I want you to do things, so you won't do it that way. Jesus. It's really fucking awful. There is a line that I am aware of in the route that we could go after this, the other route, that embodies what we're talking about right now to a T. It makes me so angry. And I'm just thinking about it, like, it's such a selfish, disgusting mindset. Yeah, even when we pick the most understanding options, Batman really seemed to mean it genuinely. Exactly. And it's so interesting, that disconnect when it comes to, you know, that the friction between that is caused by dialogue option and what is actually stated can be a really powerful tool and really interesting, because while we as the player might think, let's do this, it's just not something that even occurs to him. It's not in his capacity. It kind of like, I think we've talked before about the way that works for Disco Elysium, the idea that everything that's an option to you is something that Harry could reasonably say, or something that would go through his mind, or that is going through his mind. You just choose which one leaves his mouth. Yeah, that sort of thing. And yeah, of course, that doesn't mean it's not frustrating when a tone isn't clear. I'm not trying to say that tone should never be clear. It's great when this happens, but I think it's interesting when it can also do that work narratively. It depends on I find it's rather context-based. Oh, man. God, that's so fucking sad. In the end, Bruce really wasn't that different from Harley. I mean... like... Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, I agree. There were moments where the game genuinely just did not communicate or lied about what the option meant. Yeah, so I hope it doesn't sound like I'm saying that was never the case, or like justifying bad moments. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. You can find a silver lining to it, and also sometimes be like, maybe it works as this, but... and also try and see it as an interesting thing. There are moments where it works for the scene, and there are moments where it's like, this is just an error. Because, like, the game kind of expects you to pick up on something that just is not there, like... It like gives you a taste of the line, and then the other half of the sentence that line indicated is completely fucking different. Yeah. That's why I appreciate when games like this include, in brackets, lie when giving you an option. To say, like, here's what intent you are saying this with. I think that's interesting. First time I saw that in a game, it blew my mind. It was like, holy shit. But yeah, oh... back to poor John. Oh, God! This voice actor is fucking incredible. I went to his, like, behind the voice actors page, and I saw it, like, this is, like... I think this is, like, his only role. Or there's, like, one other or something, but it's, like, a minor one. And the other thing is he's in, By Sweet Carol, which is a game that I have heard of and heard lots of great things about from a friend and been meaning to play since it came out and not gotten around to. I'll definitely have to check that out. Yes! I mean, Slay the Princess does incredible things with that option and with the intent behind dialogue options and the way that you use language. It's so... it's so good. Oh, Slay the fucking Princess. Oh my god. Oh, amazing. Oh. We've calmed down, now time to immediately start crying again. Oh, God. I don't actually know what By Sweet Carol is about. I know it's a point and click, maybe? Or like side-scrolling. It's side-on. 2D, sort of old animated Disney film style horror game. I'm gonna kill everyone in this fucking building. I'm gonna kill myself. Can I say that on Twitch? I hope I can say that. Oh shit. I hope I can say that.
Of course you were my friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I knew about bits and pieces of this going in. I remember I saw a GIF set of something from this on Tumblr as a kid, and as a kid, but oh. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, the photos with his face, they're so sweet. The one where he literally has Bruce's face taped over something, I have no idea, like, who that guy, that's so... Where's John? Take me to John. Where's John? Take me to John. Take me to John right now. Take me to John.
You two.
Incredible that they're standing this close to each other and haven't killed each other.
I think the circumstances allow. Gordon was telling me how you found me.
They acknowledge it.
Your detective work.
It was a team effort. Batman led the charge.
It's not easy to say this, but it looks like you saved my life.
Yes, I did.
I guess that puts me in your debt.
Doesn't make you special, Waller. It certainly doesn't mean I like you.
Jim, would you mind giving us a minute? Batman and I have some unfinished business.
I said that, but weirdly I felt
I'll go check on Joker's
the
transfer,
least
make sure they don't take any chances.
abrasive that I've
Just
ever
trying to
felt
curb each other's
towards
heads,
Waller
okay?
in this
We don't
game.
play nice now the bad guys
Because
are
I
us.
went in feeling antagonistic towards her, even though I'm aware from reviews, and like the one review that got me to play this game ASAP, that, you know, so it's like, oh, I really did actually find myself trusting Waller despite everything, and despite the fact that usually I would never do such a thing. And so I was kind of, and because of that sentence, I was like, so I shouldn't trust her then? But even knowing that, even with that, and the fact that genuinely she has fucked me over so many times and betrayed my trust and done shit that I had no idea about, and all this horrible shit, and I should not feel even a bit of sympathy for her. She is a human being. And this is the first moment where I have maybe not just seen her and gone, I want to kill her, because, I don't know, she protected Tiffany and thought about someone other than herself for 1 second, and that gave me a glimpse of like, oh, you are a human being.
You don't have to worry. Our stalemate from the
I don't know how to articulate that without being like, guys, by the way, she's still a piece of shit, but...
Then why are we still talking?
Tiffany Fox.
Yeah.
Riddler's death may have caused a lot of problems, but I won't make her pay.
Thank you. That makes you... That's the bare minimum. Thanks.
I know you think I'm the devil, but I want you to understand. I didn't see things going down like this. I let the mission get out from under me. Never really regained a solid footing.
I know how you feel.
It's one of those feels like I have no idea how honest she's being, and she's a totally horrible person. But in this brief moment, all our feelings aside, we recognize that we are two human beings very out of our depth. Just within this context, removed from everything else.
I just came here to round up the pact. Quick and easy.
And if Riddler
It's like,
this,
yeah, no, 1000%.
Listen. Everything I did,
She needs to fucking leave. She needs to get out of Gotham. She needs to quit her damn job. She needs to be gone. Oh, your message cut off after it's not about whether she's a good person. My talking about this is the first time I don't feel, yeah, person or not really, but she can't be trusted. Exactly, yes. What I mean more specifically is this is the first time I haven't felt like I am going to fucking kill her. This is the first time I felt level-headed enough about her existence where my gut instinct doesn't kill her right now. You know what I mean? Wait, as well as you look at your opponent on a level playing field, and the fog of war has lifted slightly, and they're still your enemy, and they're still a terrible person, and it's done horrible things. Yeah, and against your better judgment, against, like, your gut, against everything you've said up until this point, you're suddenly like, I am looking at a person who is probably looking at me the same way I'm looking at them. Yeah. And that doesn't make her any better, but it's sort of enlightening. It's humanizing. Yeah, again, it doesn't make her any better, it doesn't make her any worse, it's humanizing. She's not just an antagonist to me. Yeah, it's interesting. Again, yeah, I hope it didn't sound like I was saying she's fine, actually. Well, I know it didn't sound like that, but I apologize anyway. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. And maybe it's the fact that I went in on the offense regarding her. Well, I mean, everyone goes in on the offense regarding her, or so they are designed to, because if you, like, are familiar with DC, you're familiar with Waller and her deal. But because the characters, as they're interpreted in this series, are so different, it gives her room to be different, too. So it leaves room for you to maybe be like, wait, can I trust her, actually? And I didn't have that moment, but other players might have. And I've heard, and as I said, that one reviewer, other players did. And so I was very, like, standoffish. But there have been moments where I've been like, am I being unreasonable? Even knowing I can't trust her, in the end, there were moments where she was so, like... I understood that I was also doing some pretty fucked shit for a greater good. And, you know, carefully choosing my words around her to negotiate that, and I was like, oh, she's doing the same, which is interesting. Yeah. So that's a really interesting perspective. So I'm like, it's super good to, like, have you here saying that, because, like, that's really interesting. My only exposure to Waller is through things like Suicide Squad, where she is, like, drill sergeant, really nasty, completely prepared to just send people to their deaths for her goals. And so I was like, I can't trust her, but seeing her here, like, because in the Suicide Squad media, obviously, I'm seeing her as the, you know, this big figurehead, like, leader, well, not figurehead, big authority figure, commander or whatever, where she's kind of unreachable, and it's... But, like, here, standing beside her as a co-worker, I get, like, such a different perspective, and so I went from being like, I was about to say it's like seeing a teacher outside of school. That sounds dumb as fuck, but low-key, it might be a point? In the same way, it's like you see this person only embodying this particular role, but then you meet them when you're just two people existing outside of those assigned roles, and you're embodying a different thing, and it's like, oh, that's weird. I didn't think you existed in that capacity. If that makes sense. She's very well written, that's for sure. Seeing her put aside the fact that she was in danger to go and protect Tiffany when she very much did not have to. Recognizing my need to protect Tiffany. Yeah. Yeah, she seemed to be a reasonable person, and arguably, if you flip the perspectives, if we look at it from Waller's perspective, ignoring the horrible crimes against humanity, and we look at how she's interacted with Batman, she perhaps would have seen us rather similarly as... Yeah. You're not very friendly, but you're a reasonable person, and I have to work with you to achieve my goals. I don't want to get on your bad side. I don't necessarily like or agree with your methods. But you have a good head on your shoulders ultimately, and we have the same goal. And so we're both kind of playing toward each other in an interesting sense. Like a chess game. Yeah. I didn't consider that until now either. Yeah. Like, she was definitely doing some incredibly shady shit on purpose, and she had bad intentions in many regards. But in her mind, she's justifying the means by the ends. Ultimately, in the same way that Batman is. And they parallel each other in that way, and that's quite interesting. Yeah, I think of a Evil Within 2 mention again, a scene in Evil Within 2 where a character talks to the protagonist and says, you know, you and that antagonist aren't so different, and immediately, like, oh, you've both killed people, and immediately the protagonist shuts it down, and it's like, no, I don't want to hear it, don't give me that lecture. Which is funny, because, you know, it's the, you know, riffing on the cliche. But it's also good characterization of the protagonist being a stubborn piece of shit who doesn't want to reflect on himself. Even though he definitely does have a lot in common with the antagonist. And I think of it here in the sense that, like, some people would take that kind of joke at face value as, haha, yeah, it's a dumb cliche, lol. Because the good guy is good and the bad guy is bad. But really, it's not about, like, oh, but they both kill people sort of thing, or, oh, they both do bad things to achieve a goal. Or do morally grey things to achieve a goal. It's more like, you know, they're motivated by similar things. Or like they have the same drive, just in different directions. Or, you know, if things were just a little bit different, they would be capable of the same things as each other. Is the kind of how I take that more. I think of an anecdote from my own life, which juvenile scenario, but when I was in a sharing a cabin with a girl who was kind of shitty and I didn't get along with at school camp, and then when nighttime came, people were exchanging stories, and somehow it got to, like, kind of depressing, traumatizing stories. Yeah, I second everything you just said. That was very... Yeah. Yeah, and I think early in the game when there's a moment where you do have to pick between them, and that's very much that dilemma that you suggested, and I think maybe if a player had gone more to Waller's side, we saw what happens going to Gordon's side, but yeah, there's an interesting dichotomy there that is definitely presented, and ultimately the Waller versus GCPD versus our way, etc. thing is, yeah, it's very, yeah. But my train of thought, yeah, somehow things got into, like, you know, very personal trauma, and this girl and I both divulged very, like, deep, dark things about our lives and why we act the way we do because of this and that. It's okay, don't worry. It's fine. I chose to stop to read the chat messages because I didn't want them to go off screen before I could read them, and then I'd have to pull out my phone or ask you to resend them because I'm lazy. But yeah, and we had, like, this. It was, and we, like, both genuinely were, like, you know, comforting each other and being like, I'm so sorry that happened to you, and there's a moment where, like, I found for the first time that because I don't think I'd spoken about particular traumas before, I tried to articulate it, and I literally could not get the words out. Like, my body just shut down, and I was trying to talk because I was like, this is dumb, why can't I just say it? It's not that big of a deal. And she, of all people, said, it's okay, you don't have to share if it's too difficult, we're here for you. And I was like, it stuck with me, and you know, even, like, after that moment, we both went back to just not getting along, being a little catty here and there. But there was this new, like, undertone of mutual respect, where it's like, I don't like you, but I understand that you are a human being, and you have reasons for acting and reacting and existing the way that you do. And I respect that you exist, even if I don't get along with you or I don't want to be around you. on some level, yeah, it's exactly. I think about it a lot when it comes to things like these, where it's this kind of, it's an understanding and respect and humanization that defies whether you like someone or not. Whether it's something simple like that, just being able to recognize that someone is more than they are to you, in relation to you, than they appear to be. Yeah, it was a very impactful moment. Yeah, to see someone I'd always sort of just dismissed as like, oh, you know, that's her, she's just kind of mean, and to hear her talk about her vulnerabilities and insecurities, and to be there for her and for her to be there for me, is like, in that moment it does not matter, you know, the personal squabbles or whatever, or this or that. It's just about being two human beings who understand that it's very difficult to be a human being sometimes. Just like, not to go on this more of a ramble, but there was also another, in that same year, there was another girl who was, God, I hope she's doing alright. I think she moved schools after this one. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, yeah. This person who, blah blah blah. I don't remember when she moved schools, but she was cool. I was like the only person who could really hold a conversation with her, because she was very like stereotypical like troubled kid behavior, loud, abrasive, aggressive, rule breaker, you know, doing her own shit. And we got paired together, and yeah, people would just like avoid her or speak very carefully around her to not set her off, whatever. We got paired together for a science experiment, and it was, I don't know why we were putting gummy bears in acid, but we were. And she was mouthing off at me about being rude about something, and I dropped her gummy bear in acid, and she just looked at me in a bit of shock, because no one else would ever like snap back at her in any capacity. No one else would ever even like engage with her on that level of just, I'm gonna joke back at you, I'm gonna take what you're doing in stride instead of treating you like a weird feral animal. And from there on, we did develop that kind of mutual respect. We would occasionally talk to each other, and I didn't like hang around her as a friend. I wish I had, in hindsight. Like, I mean, I was going through my own shit, I was living my own life, I was finding my own place, but the moments that I had with her were, they did leave an impression on me of like, it makes such a difference to treat someone else like a person, whether you understand them or not, even. I just think about that a lot. Like, I've probably ended up learning more about her than anyone else had, because I just tried to, not even really try to, it doesn't take much effort to just treat her like any other person. Which I suppose that's less reminiscent of the thing with Waller and more like bleeds into how Bruce should have been with John. It's like, you know, just treat someone like a person. You know, self-fulfilling prophecy. If you treat a person who you think is a certain way as if they just will be a certain way. Better to try and be kind and, I don't know, to have a... yeah. Yeah. Same here. It's just one of those things. So, like... yeah. And of course, hindsight is la la la, magical, etc. As is retrospect, as is everything. But yeah. Yeah, I was still like, I was like, oh, she certainly would have been a better friend than some of the people I was hanging out with, because like, they were kind of, I'll say one of them was just boring and annoying, kind of a jackass, honestly, but I'm just saying, one of them was just very, very nice. One of them had no issues. One of my friends was at the time was just very sweet. You just hang around people, you meet people, you learn, you have experiences. There's other things where you look back and you go, that was a person that left an impression on me. I wish I could maybe meet them again. Yeah, everyone can be understood, and those who are understood the least benefit from you and understanding them the most. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. This game has a lot to... It brings up a lot of feelings about the nature of recognizing other people's humanity in the midst of difficult situations where people are doing difficult and frustrating things, and you're seeing sides of people that typically you wouldn't see, and confronting that and how that makes you feel.
He did for the greater good. To protect Gotham, to uphold the law, to make the world a safer place.
You did what you thought was right.
I guess.
Who knows? Maybe our paths will cross again in the future. Maybe we can work together again. On equal footing, of course. I could see us accomplishing great things, Batman.
Yeah. It's also quite confronting how most of the good guys do everything they can to dismiss their humanity. Exactly! Even that first interaction with Avesta we had, where she was like, you seem to be attracted to the mentally ill. And Batman goes, of course, they're the most obvious villains. It's like, whoa, okay. Why would you say that? Exactly, yeah. And when you go undercover meeting the villains, you like see their humanity firsthand, and yeah. I'm not sure if I should say you should be in jail or if I should grapple away. Grappling away is hilarious. However, she ain't off the hook.